Everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Davon Lewis Show podcast. I'm your host. In this live video, I'll be talking about AEW Dynamite for January 22nd, 2025. The episode just ended on Max and TBS simultaneously in Knoxville, Tennessee, at the Knoxville Coliseum. And on commentary tonight, we had Excalibur and Taz with Tony Schiavone joining the telecast later on in the show. Tonight's episode was in a new era, part of the professional land world of AEW. More importantly, I appreciate you guys coming throughout the time of your day this evening. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, click that notification bell so you'll be updated when a new video drops for this middle channel. More importantly, let's get into the nitty gritty. Everything's so saucy in the land of professional wrestling and talk about AEW Dynamite. The show kicked off in the first segment with Tony Schiavone hosted a face-to-face with Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay in the center of the ring. Ospreay tried to extend the olive branch to ally against the Don Callis family. Still, Omega rejected the offer before saying Ospreay had done a damn good job at both number two guy. But it was time for the number one guy to be on take the spot back. Don Callis' family ended up interrupting. The Omega immediately charged at Callis before Koniska Tateshka and Kyle Fletcher attacked Omega from behind. Ospreay and Omega teamed up against Fletcher and Takeshita to brawl, but the Murder Machine, Brian Cage, and Lance Archer attacked them from brawling into the merch stands and along the crowd. And Ospreay and Omega managed to suplex Archer through a table, but Cage tossed the trash can to both Ospreay and Omega as Katie tried to separate the situation between those four, Omega and the Don Callis family, but then more importantly, Omega then hit a moonsault off the light post onto the security guards, while Ospreay hit on the other side a moonsault off the top of the barricade onto the Don Callis family. Omega and Ospreay then challenged Kyle Fletcher and Koniska Tateshka for AEW Grand Slam Australia, where the storyline continues to be good with the build-up and history among Ospreay and Omega as they come together for a tag team match against the Don Callis family. It will surely lead to a great payoff in the road when we see Ospreay and Kenny Omega clash in the near future. Then we get to the next segment, which kicked things off with a package previewing the main event of the night, which was Fair featuring Pac facing Copeland. Later in the night, the video was highlighted really well, and I enjoyed the course of how the video had flown. Then we get to the next segment. We have the Death Riders, John Moxley and Willa Yuta, Marina Shafir, cutting the promo where they stand in there in no time for relics, but more importantly, the past because they were building the future and that Cope woke up in the world he did not belong in. I like the deliverance of the video, and then more importantly, it was good from my point of view, but it also his shot was well with a few words, but more importantly, the storyline continues to be pending. Then we finally get to the second match of the night with a highlighted AEW Tag Team Championship match. The Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin with MVP, defeated Private Parties, Mark Quinn and Zay via pinfall to win the titles. For him, I was Lashley hitting the spear on Zay, and I think it was needed when, more importantly, for the Hurt Business to put in that spot to become the Tag Team Champions, also build up the prestige. Once again, the championship following with new challengers looking to step up in the near future. I love the match, and more importantly, it was great tag team from start to finish. Then we get to the next segment. There was a video vignette from Mariah May, where she played to the point that she wasn't playing any of Toni Storm's games. More importantly, she said she could not dethrone her. It was short and sweet on her deliverance, and she is coming along well as a champion. But of course, when it comes to the booking, I would love to see her become a lot better when it comes to her setup in general. But in overall, it was really good, and I look forward to seeing more of it. Then we get to a backstage segment. Renee Paquette interviewed Toni Storm following up with the Mariah May vignette. But Harley Cameron interrupted and wished Storm. However, Toni Storm and Cameron could not have a match at AEW Grand Slam. Renee Paquette was kind of bamboozled but confused on the interaction, but Harley Cameron continues to be in her own with the comedy and funniness that comes along with the segment. And overall, the segment was good. Then we get to the next segment, which comes along with Alex Marvez interviewing Jeff Jarrett, but it was interrupted by Karen Jarrett, who told him that he stooped to a low win, which she did not like. Jarrett said he would handle it and it was an okay situation, but nothing that was kept him from investing to see the payoff in the direction from the Jarretts. Then Jeff Jarrett stormed into the ring to appear for a promo in the ring where he called out MJF for a one-hit wonder after talking about the experience he had with Jerry Lawler and so many other ones in his young age before he said he would take MJF to the woodshed and kick his ass. After that, Jeff Jarrett and Blue called out John Moxley for the AEW World title match. Claudio ends up attacking Jarrett before saying no go when it comes to Moxley, and without going through him. He's telling Jarrett to stay out of the Death Riders business. Jeff Jarrett then challenges Claudio Castagnoli to a match for next week. The segment was all right for what it was, but it's going to be a big challenge for Jeff Jarrett. But Claudio always continue to be someone you do not want to sleep on, and when it comes to his in-ring work. The match should be good for next week, and I look forward to seeing that on Dynamite. Then we get to a video package for Megan Bayne after her appearance at AEW Dynamite, Maximum Carnage in the Battle Royal. We see she officially is all elite and have a great opportunity in the near future with a stacked division for both the AEW Women's Championship and the TBS Women's Championship. And then overall, the highlighted video was really good. Then we get to the third match of the night. It was Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana defeating AR Fox via Swerve Stomp. Ricochet got involved through the course of the match after he was chased out of there by Prince Nana backstage, and Ricochet cut a promo after a match while aiming the scissors directly at Prince Nana. Ricochet said that making Swerve Strickland pay for bullying others and prove that it was always Swerve House, but rent is due, and there's a new landlord in town. The build-up for these two men have been nothing but good when it comes to my own personal opinion. The heel persona of Ricochet have been nothing but golden. And when it comes to Swerve, Swerve is currently on the rebound to get the momentum to get back currently on top. Then we get to the quick segment from the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, Brian Keith, and Big Bill. They're cutting a promo where they call out Powerhouse Hobbs to a match for AEW Collision. I look forward to seeing whoever will step up to the plate this Saturday at Max and if Will Hobbs will accept the challenge. Then we get to the next segment for MJF, who came to the ring for a promo where he demanded an apology from Jeff Jarrett for his promo last week, where he admitted he only offered Jarrett his services for him to win the world title because he was the easiest to beat before saying Jarrett was the sinister. And he, of course, MJF said that the professional wrestling did not love Jarrett anymore before saying it was better to deal with the devil than defy him. Hangman Adam Page ends up interrupting the full segment. He demands MJF to leave the ring, and I see where this is leading when it comes to MJF is going to not take this lightly after being interrupted. But you got to stay tuned between the build-up as they go into a collision course. Then we get to the next match where Hangman Adam Page defeated Tyler Swoop via pinfall with that lovely running lariat. After the match, Page attacked Swoop and then hit him with the Angel's Wing. Then Christopher Daniels interrupted and said now he's had been advised to never wrestle again after the match they had on Collision and Maximum Carnage. Christopher Daniels said that he was sorry and he hopes that Page was happy now and he may demand it to get off camera having easy walk up the ramp. Then we get to the TBS champion, Mercedes Moné. She was interviewed by Renee Paquette after she was interrupted by Harley Cameron. Cameron said she wanted to ride the money train, but Money was confused after what situations happened. She looked directly and said, nah, you ain't getting no challenge. And the segment was mid at best, but Harley Cameron continues to get more TV time and is evolving in our eyes. Mercedes, on the other hand, is like a pending progress, but we got to see when she has a real challenger that officially steps up for her for that championship. Now we have the first singles women's match as we had Jamie Hayter defeated Julia Hart via Peter Fall with the Haterade. Jamie cut a promo afterwards where she says she put her Julia Hart over after the march of the beats of her drum and said Hart wanted the match to be a number 3 and she just feel free to let her know. Then we get to the segment of Powerhouse Hobbs cutting a promo backstage. He challenged Big Bill of the Learning Tree to a parking lot brawl on AEW Collision Homecoming, and it's going to be good. Then we get to the next segment. We have Swerve Strickland cutting a promo after this match where he said Ricochet needed to be big and bad because in Atlanta, it will be a time for the Lion to catch the road. But he may catch him before then. And overall, the segment was good as Swerve always delivers when it comes to his promos. Then there was a vignette from the former House of Black with Brody King, Buddy Matthews, and Julia Hart, where they left a simple message: no gods, no masters, just violence. This was a clear sign that Malachi Black has left AEW and will be signing with WWE. No hurt feelings about the loss, but so many rumors really brushed off about the situation on social media, and this doesn't take away from the three hounds of hell to step up into their own, become something great among AEW. I look forward to seeing the progress of Brody King and Buddy Matthews, including Julia Hart, but in overall, it was a great vignette. Then we get to the main event of the night. It featured rated R superstar Cope, also known as Adam Copeland, defeating Pac via pinfall by knocking him out. Then we have the Death Riders run in, John Moxley, Willa Yuta, Marina Shafir, and Claudio attacking the Rock and Roll Express and FTR backstage before they headed to the ring. Then he attacked Cope, and Jay White tried to make the save, but then he was stopped by Willa Yuta by hitting that low blow on Jay White. As Yuta, Pac, and Castellano attacked White, Moxley choked out Cope, and then the Death Riders stood tall to end the progress. The match was good from start to finish, and I enjoyed it, including the closing segment with the Death Riders as they're steamrolling and taking out the roster of AEW. The storyline can be developed in so much more, but AEW has to find their niche and be an alternative in professional wrestling. And overall, it was a solid live in Knoxville. I appreciate you guys coming through for this channel. If you made it to the end of this actual live, you're a true supporter. Don't forget to slide and hit that like and subscribe button. More importantly, turn on that notification bell. And let's top it up and talk professional wrestling if you guys are coming through. More importantly, I'm going to go ahead and get into everybody who's currently talking right now. And I'm going to go ahead and get into everybody who's currently for the live. But I appreciate you guys coming through, and let's dive in. We have Matt. He's got a couple of questions. He's been coming through. Appreciate you, Matt, coming through, showing your love and support. He said, hey, what's going on? How you doing tonight? Making live show. More importantly, I will start making it a live show. And he said the opening segment was okay. I truly agree with you. The opening segment really was good for what it was. And I agree with you, Matt, on that end. He asked me how I'm doing. I'm doing good for the most part. And everything else has been going good. He talked about the previous match that took place. The first match, he said it was boring. On and off, it was boring for what it was, but it kept my interest through the course of the match. Then he says Megan is great to watch for her match, and I hope AEW doesn't ruin her. True fact, hopefully they do not ruin her. Every time they get somebody new, they brush them off for a little bit, they clean them up nice, and then things do not turn out very well from their personal end. He disagrees. Boring feud when it comes to MJF and as well as Jeff Jarrett. I wholly agree on that. And he says, I understand you're more positive than me love the channel. More importantly, I am positive on AEW, WWE, TNA, everything that's currently out. Appreciate you, Matt, coming through to show your love and support. He says, Adam should be chasing the World Heavyweight Championship. Now he deserves better. Adam Page truly does. He's currently at this point right now. He has to find his niche, and he needs to get the ball rolling and to become the world champion. It's about time. They should have pulled the plug back in December when they had him in that full battle royal, but they decided to give the contract to Christian Cage, and that was kind of confusing on that Feast of Fire Cage. Well, you get the world title shot with the situation on that, and they're losing the battle when it comes to Christian. He says, I'm here to support you, my friend. Love your channel. Appreciate it. Don't forget to check out Matt's stuff, even though Matt is always on everybody's stuff. He's always supporting the community. He's a big advocate in the wrestling community. If you guys come across him in your channel, give him a big shout out. He's always there to really support, and he's always been good when it comes to that. Just He wished Swerve is a great wish when it comes to AEW World Championship picture as well. Well, right now, I think they're on a cool-off period. I see Swerve coming back in that picture between All In. But in overall, it should be good. Then he's leaving it off with a great review. Have a great night, dude. Appreciate it. And I agree with you on that. It was a great review just in general. And the show was good as well when it came to AEW. AEW can continue to strive and become great when it comes to just their overall presentation. More importantly, for all you guys that's coming through, don't forget to share the content. Get the likes up so we get the algorithm up so it can be viewed to more people when it comes to people that are looking for content to watch or even just an alternative. That's not too long, not doing too much, not giving you guys 2 or 3 hours. I just want to get straight to the point with reviews and then chop it up, engage with you guys, and talk about professional wrestling. More importantly, it's always a pleasure to have you guys coming through. Until the next episode, you guys be safe, and I'll catch you guys later.